Hey everyone, it's Casey here, GP and founder of MBSPro. This is just a quick video on the 2nd of August 2026. I'm looking at my calendar. So this is a quick update on MBSPro, roadmap, where we're going, where it's heading, etc. So currently we've got a couple of thousand, 5,000 plus users, which is awesome. We've been going for like 18-ish months. A little bit less than 18 months. So we're getting pretty good traction, which is great. What we're going to be doing is releasing a few cool updates, which I think will be useful. So what that means is we're working on CPD homes. So CPD homes where you can keep all of your information in the scribe. So the scribe is like your CPD home plus your scribing and some metrics and dashboards about your billing, etc. We're doing a My Health Record integration. So My Health Record integration and CPD home we're trying to get out by the end of August, early September. CPD home maybe later September, we'll see, but around September is going to be a busy month. So they're the kind of things that we're doing. The My Health Record integration is like a huge undertaking. There's a huge amount of security, conformance. That stuff you as a user wouldn't be able to see. However, you've probably seen the user interface updates. The reason why we've got these updates is because we're trying to fit in this clinical information and sort of fit it in a way that makes sense. There's a lot of information, we're trying to cram it on one screen. So doing it in a way that is intuitive means that you can find the information that you're looking for, but also is not all jumbled up together. You may have seen a video that I put out, which I did on Claude design, so vibe coded like a My Health Record integration, what it would look like, and it's probably a bit too crowded, so we've sort of pulled away from that a bit. We do have a Loom video on it. If you want to have a look, I'll link it in the video below. But essentially, we've got the clinical data that we've got in our Copilot section. Now, I'm saying Copilot, essentially, where the MBS planner, PBS authorities, etc., it's sitting in that section. So that is My Health Record integration. The CPD home will feed off our research module, which is kind of like I'm going to whisper it, Heidi Evidence, but Australian-based. Essentially, it'll track the things that you're looking at. It's got different thinking models, so advanced thinking, quick thinking, etc. I find, as a GP, I just want to know when a dose is really quick. So the default is quick thinking. I don't necessarily need to do a literature review, but if you want to, you can. And then it tracks your time, puts it into our CPD tracker at the moment. So it just tracks your time. It's not really that cool, but it's going to be a CPD home. So you can do everything in the one scribe, which is super useful. The CPD home will be included. Then you've got the My Health Record integration we talked about, which will be really cool. There's a few interesting things that we're trying to do with that. So we're working through TGA applications so we can use the clinical data a bit more to provide more help to the clinicians that are using it. I'm leaving it a bit vague. The reason being is that we've got to work through this TGA application. It's not exactly easy, but we're pretty optimistic, pretty confident that we'll get it to an area that will be really helpful for us as GPs and doctors, clinicians, etc. I can see that it'll be very helpful to ED doctors. They'll use it when a patient comes into ED. I've seen them before, but they'll know their complete blood imaging, pathology, prescribing history, as well as whatever they've come in with. So I think that's a really useful thing to combine all that data and to give us as clinicians a really good overview of what's going on. Other people that I think will be useful for, so outpatient departments in hospitals, GPs who may not have been CC'd into the discharge summary from the emergency department, which happens every now and then. So I think that'll be a really useful tool. And it comes with a few other cool things that we're working on with some channel partners like E-Prescribing, so the ability to send scripts. We'll combine that with our PBS authorities, so it'll be like a whole workflow of script, PBS authorities talking together, so it'll be very slick, which is awesome. A couple other minor things that we've got. We've got a MyMedicare Check. MyMedicare Check essentially just shows a green tick if someone's registered for MyMedicare and nothing if they're not registered. And then you can send the patient a text and it'll send them a text where the patient fills it out, puts in their name and they tick a few boxes, and then they will be registered for MyMedicare, which I think is useful. Once they're registered, it'll send it to our document sorter, which is more the clinic portal tool, and then the document sorter actually registers the patient to your clinic in one click.